Alright guys, welcome to another FIFA 22 video. Today we are going to show off our custom tactics. A few of you have asked in the comments below, so I'll go through that first and then I might give you a quick little club tour of some of the teams that, that I'm running for like objectives and different leagues and things like that. So this is obviously my main team here, so I will show you my custom tactics for this squad. This is my champs team that I always kind of play every weekend with, and looking for a few improvements if I can, but I think realistically until team of the year it probably won't really change. So let's get into custom tactics and I will explain why I do things. And yeah, so you can see here we've got a 3-5-2, a 4-2-2-2, a 4-2-3-1 narrow and a 4-4-2. I'll start with the 3 back, so I play balanced, I play 40 width, 50 depth, balanced, forward runs, the width is 45. I have 6 on players in the box, and I have 3 corners and 3 free kicks. Now this, as much as it's in the ultra defensive tactic, I tend to run this 3-5-2 in like tight games basically, because I feel like the left and right wingers get in quite well, and then if you can play 1-2 with the strikers, especially with this forward runs, it really does make a difference. And then with the width here, I've narrowed it right down so that we can play through the middle as much as possible, while it kind of does leave the wide players free a lot of the time. So it's quite handy for that sort of situation. So that's how I play it in game, if you wanted to know. So I don't think Torre is the best centre back, but he probably is better than Roberto Carlos playing there, so we kind of stick with that. We play Mane at cam, Salah out on the left because he can cut in on his left foot. Sorry, he's on the right, cutting on his left foot. That works really well for me. In terms of custom tactics, instructions, stay central, get in behind on both strikers. We have him, Mane at the cam, get in the box for crosses. We have Verratti staying back, cut passing lanes, and the same on Bernardo Silva. However, I have started to switch around with that depending on, in game, I may actually take him off, stay back, depending on how the game is going. We've then got Roberto Carlos and cut inside, getting behind. I normally switch him out for an actual left winger. If I could switch this formation, it's not my starting one. Same on Salah, and obviously centre backs will stay the same. But I will show you now my main tactic, which is this 4-2-2-2. I play with heavy pressure on touch. I play with width 50, depth 55, build-up plays on long ball. And why that's great is because my 2 strikers make forward runs, which means they're getting behind. So Mbappe and Ronaldo are just solid at that. I do have my width at 65. Now you probably think that's quite high, but for when the attacking players, I've got 2 strikers and I have 2 wide wingers. You end up having 4 players against 4 defenders, and sometimes 3, so you make a lot of space to get balls into the box and getting in behind, and that's my sort of way of playing. I kind of build up in midfield, look for an option down the line, or look for an option through the middle, play a couple of 1-2s, and usually I'm in to score a goal. I do have this quite low on terms of players in the box, because I found that my 2 CDMs were coming up too much in the pitch, and I didn't want them to get in the box. I wanted them to be involved in the build-up play, so that's why it's that low. My 2 strikers are good enough, and then the 2 wingers kind of do get involved if I push them on, so that kind of works really well. And we've got corners and free kicks on 2 as well. Now in terms of how I play it, it's Mbappe, Ronaldo up front, Mane and Salah on the wings, Bernardo Silva as the sort of playmaker, midfielder if you like, Verratti is sort of staying back, and then the 2 left backs and right backs I think are on overlap and join attack here, so they join in as well. It's up to you. If you're an attacking player like me, then obviously you can have them on join attack, and it does work really well. So many players get forward and it's just so much fun. But if you wanted to, you can have them and stay back and attacking if you want to play a bit more of a defensive game. Verratti's on drop between defenders, which is a slightly different tactic, but it basically means when this happens, Torre and Roberto Carlos go forward to help the front sort of 4 players. Bernardo Silva kind of chips in, hovering around midfield to help up the build-up play. Verratti goes into a back 3 with Marquinhos and Virgil van Dijk, and then it kind of like allows me to play 3 at the back, switching out with players willing to get forward. And then when I lose the ball, I end up having sort of 5 players back, with like basically 3 centre backs, and then obviously the wing backs come back when we're when we're defending. And then you've got Salah here. I have put him on comeback on defence because a lot of the time, if this player bangs forward, then we sometimes need a little bit of cover. But he doesn't. Even though I have him on that tactic, he doesn't actually always do that. So it gives it a nice bit of variety, which is good. Obviously, both of these players on getting the box for a cross, because whenever like Salah has it, obviously he's going to cross it. I want Mane hovering it at back post just in case Mbappe or Ronaldo don't get it, and then the same from the other side. And in terms of the strikers, they're both on stay central, getting behind it and stay forward. And yeah, this is my main tactic that works extremely well. 4-2-3-1, I don't really use much this year. I do have a tactic for it because sometimes it can be good. But I have it on balanced, width 40, depth 50, build-up play is balanced and possessioned, and then 45 width. Quite a few players in the box, so that's probably needs to come down a little bit, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, 2 corners and 2 free kicks. I don't really use this tactic much, so I don't think I've even really used it, so probably not the best one to go for if you're going to pick any of these custom tactics for you. But feel free to take from it what you can. And then in terms of like the strikers and stuff, it's getting behind, stay forward. Mane is on stay forward and getting the box across. That's actually all on the front three. I do have Salah and Mbappe on conservative interceptions. Verratti is then on cut passing lanes and stay back by attacking, as well as cover centre. Bernardo is again the same, but like I did on the other tactic, I do, depending on how the game's going, if I'm playing this formation, I will take stay back by attacking off if I need to get players forward. And then stay back attacking on Roberto Carlos and overlap, and the same with Traoré as well. And then the final one, 4-4-2, I do tend to use a fair amount. So we've got balanced on the defence there. You've got 50 width and 50 depth. I feel like 4-4-2 is so balanced anyway, so you don't really want to be playing around with that too much. Depth I like having 45 because then I can sit back and get hold of the ball and counter-attack, especially with these chance creation tactics with the balanced and the forward runs. I could build up by passing really nicely and play a nice through ball for the runners, whether it's on the wings or as strikers. I do have quite a few players in the box for this one. I just find that looks quite well with 4-4-2 because you'll see your wingers are quite far back on the pitch, so getting them involved is really nice. And then you've got 2 on corners and 2 on free kicks. That's the team I play with it. It's obviously probably as you expected. It's very similar to the other sort of tactics. And then you've got getting behind and stay forward on Ronaldo. Same with Mbappe. Verratti's staying back will cover centre. Salah is, the only thing I've changed there is getting behind. And I think the same for Mane as well, yep. And then Roberto Carlos is stay back and overlap, same with Traoré. And then Bernardo Silva there is just basically everything's neutral apart from cover centre. And yeah, that's about it for me. In terms of like, I don't really think everyone really cares, but roles wise, that's my roles. I'll let you just read that because I don't really think it matters too much. But yeah, guys, I hope that's going to help you. Maybe switch up your custom tactics, give them a go. Let me know how you got on with them. Hopefully, you get a good win streak with them. I've found them really good for me this year, but obviously every player is different depending on your play style. So maybe start with it and then play around with it before you write it off completely, and tweak it every couple of games just to see if anything makes a difference or is better for you. But just this is what one of my squads here. I'm probably actually thinking now I won't do a club tour because I'm running out of time here in the video. But this is my kind of main core of my squad, with all the best players I kind of unlocked over the years or packed. And this is the sort of strongest team I've pulled together at this point. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like. Please do subscribe to the channel as always. We're starting to work our way to 400 subscribers now, which is amazing. I'm really happy with the way we're progressing with the subscribers on each video and the support I'm getting from everyone, which is absolutely great. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do subscribe and I will see you next time. Peace.